The Digimon franchise started its life as a spin-off from Tamagotchi that was aimed more so at a male demographic, as it focused on battling with friends and training more than the general care required on a Tamagotchi virtual pet. However, the spin-off saw such success that it soon became its own franchise with multiple manga releases, card games, anime, movies, shows, video games, and, of course, more virtual pets. But how does the franchise compare to the series that it originally spawned from? While the initial release for both of these franchises had them being fairly similar except for the Digimon virtual pets featuring the ability to connect to other units to battle, they gradually became more and more different, other than of course the Mesuchi and Osuchi, which also featured similar prongs to connect to each other, but they connected to hang out and mate and have babies, whereas Digimon releases more so included those prongs to have battles. And of course there's the the Tamagotchi connection, which again connected to not battle, but to be friends and to breed and have babies. So other than that, they have become more and more different as time has gone on. So the first colour release of the Tamagotchi was the Tamagotchi Plus Colour, which released in late 2008 and early 2009. From there, Japanese releases of mainline Tamagotchi releases were all in colour. The first US release of a colour Tamagotchi, however, was the Tamagotchi On in 2019, and then the Pix in 2021 in various countries outside of Japan. And then we have the recent worldwide release of the Tamagotchi Uni in 2023. Whereas for the Digimon franchise, the first coloured Digivice for Digimon was in 2010. Digivice being not quite a virtual pet, but just an electronic toy without any care, functionality, or features. Typically, Digivices are not virtual pets. There are exceptions, but in this case, the Crossloader was not a virtual pet. However, until 2021, other releases for Digimon weren't in colour until the 2021 release of the Vital Bracelet, and then the 2023 release of the Digimon Colour, which, you guessed it, is in colour. But other than that, Digimon have typically not had colour screens, whereas the Tamagotchi mainline releases have had those colour screens in their features and releases. So the Tamagotchi has also had various apps for their colour models. However, the only official companion app for the Digimon electronic toy releases, other than the Fusion Loader app toy, is for the Vital Bracelet releases, which first released in 2021 alongside the release of the Vital Bracelet, and we've since had a second release of that app called the VB Arena, which has the same or similar functionality as the first Vital Bracelet app. Both franchises have had anniversary releases, which is something they have in common. However, while the Tamagotchi anniversary release was the exact same as the original two versions and existed in two separate toys, the Digimon release actually included all versions on the one toy and included many additional features, functionality, and characters. So that's something that is a huge difference between the franchises. I know of a lot of Tamagotchi fans who skipped on the Digimon version 20th, which is the 20th anniversary release, because they thought it would just be the same as the original models. However, they really do expand on it, whereas the Tamagotchi re-releases are just re-releases, more or less. They are effectively what I would say, and your mileage may vary on this, worse versions of the original, because their speakers aren't great, the shells kind of peel off a little bit and get scratched easy, and there is a glitch where if you feed too many snacks it just dies. Like, it is too sensitive to eating snacks and dying because of that. However, the Digimon version 20th is definitely more different than the original release, which is a difference between the two franchises. For the most part, The two franchises, despite having a similar beginning, have evolved to being quite different. Even each franchise's respective smartwatch toy releases were different. The Tamagotchi Smart was more or less just a Tamagotchi that you could wear on your wrist, while the Digimon Vital Bracelet was more of a Digivice toy with a gamified fitness angle. Think of a Fitbit, but aimed at kids, or is a toy, kind of like a cross between a toy and a Fitbit, and you've got a Vital Bracelet. It does have a heart rate monitor, and you can do exercises to do certain things. The Tamagotchi Smart, however, did not seem to really have any of these aspects in it, despite being marketed as a smartwatch toy. Because both franchises are typically so different, it makes the two franchises have unique releases, which I have always enjoyed and expect to enjoy for honestly years to come. The most recent Tamagotchi release, however, feels like what modern Digimon Virtual Pets should be. The Tamagotchi Uni has built-in Wi-Fi connectivity that allows the Uni to connect to an online environment called the Tamaverse, where the Tamagotchi characters put on a VR headset and can play various games with other Tamagotchi characters, which I honestly feel like would be a really cool angle for a Digimon toy to explore. While we do have the Vital Bracelet, which does have online play and functionality where you can battle online in the app, it would be nice to also have on-board internet connectivity on a Digimon. And maybe we'll see something like that in the future, like how we saw the Vital Bracelet release, and then we had a very similar sort of release with the Tamagotchi. They both use content cards to get additional content, so they are similar. They can both be worn on the wrist. One needs to be on the wrist, one doesn't need to be on the wrist at all, but more or less they're similar releases. I would love to see a Digimon version of the Tamagotchi Uni, and it's kind of a shame that the Digimon Color are just the Digimon original, but with colours and additional characters and additional functionality there. Would love to see a Digimon Uni, or rather a Digimon equivalent of the Tamagotchi Uni. So while neither of these franchises are better than the other, and it's up to an individual's opinion on the matter about what they prefer, I honestly can prefer one or the other depending on how I'm feeling. I love both franchises. I'm a big fan of both Digimon and Tamagotchi. I keep up to date with both releases. I love the Tamagotchi Uni, but I also love the Tamagotchi Color. If I had to prefer a Tamagotchi Color or a Tamagotchi Uni, I would probably pick the Uni, but I'm also a big fan of the Digimon Vital Bracelet, which I've more or less been running non-stop since it released in 2021. So they both have good parts depending on what you feel like raising. So there's not an answer to whatever is better than the other, because it's a matter of opinion, or if you like both equally, how you feel at any given moment. So in any case, those are my thoughts about the Digimon and Tamagotchi franchises, comparing them from their start to their finish, and kind of like a quick format. I love both. I would love to cover both more on this channel. So let me know your thoughts, comments, questions, etc., in the comment section below. Like this video for both franchises thriving wonderfully, I guess, or at least I think they seem to be thriving in 2023. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have subscribed, tell your friends, tell your neighbours, tell your enemies, and of course, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!